Good morning, lovelies. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Sundays with Sand. So glad to have you here with me. And just remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Invite your family and friends to subscribe as well. And then they can join us here on Sundays as we start our week off with our weekly devotional. Today we're going to be talking about, are you stopped at the green light? Now we know we always stop at the red light, but are you stopped at the green light? So how many of you have been driving along and you get to the red light and you stop? You're waiting for the light to turn green, and when it turns green, the person in front of you just sits there. And you're thinking, what the world? Why are they just sitting there? The light is green. Let's go. So, that can be a little bit frustrating. But have you ever been the one that didn't move? That's happened to me before. It's happened to me both ways. So are you the one sitting there when the light turns green and then you don't move because you've looked over to the side, or you've looked down, or you've done something and you don't see the light change? So just like we get frustrated when the people in front of us don't move on the green light, think about it. God probably gets frustrated too when he's giving you the green light to do whatever it is he's talked to you about doing, and you just sitting there and he thinking, what in the world is going on? So I want you to think about why you're still sitting there and you got a green light. Is it because you're distracted and you're doing A, B, and C when God told you to do X, Y, and Z? Because something over here has gotten your attention, like with the little babies, when you just shake something in front of them, shake your keys, or you got some kind of little shiny object, and they're like, oh, let me go see what that is. So, you've had something that happened over here and just got you distracted. So is it self-discipline that you did start doing it, but for some reason you can't stay focused with doing it? You don't have the discipline for you to just stay on course. So what about inadequate? Do you think that you just don't have what it takes to do whatever it is God asks us to do or asks you to do? But now God's not going to have you doing something that you can't do. So that's just in your mind that you're inadequate, right? Right. What about, is it comparison? Are you comparing yourself to this other person over there and you're saying, man, they can do this, they can do this, they just got it all together and they got all these followers and all this stuff, and a lot of times when people put stuff out there, they're putting out there what they want you to see. So you're comparing yourself to someone that you really shouldn't be comparing yourself to anyway. But comparison sometimes just stops us in our tracks because we just feel like we can't do like this other person is doing. So we end up just not doing anything. And I remember somebody was talking about a program that they were going to do, and they had been watching this person on social media, and she just looked like she had it all together. She would always be dressed to the nines. She'd have on her red bottoms, and she'd just be doing the thing. And she was going to put on, I think, some type of conference or whatever. And she said, well, this would be a good person to have just to talk to the ladies, to just let them know what they can do to be successful and, all the things. And she contacted the lady. And when she talked to her, she was just in shock because the lady said, well, I would love to, but, I'm really not at a point where I can do it right now. She said, I'm in between. I don't really have anywhere to live right now. And I just got a lot of things going on. And she just went on to tell her about some stuff that was going on in her life. And she was like dumbfounded. She said, on social media, she looks like she got it all going on. And it's that, that the persona she put out there was like, hey, I'm doing the thing. But in real life, she really wasn't. So, just compare yourself to yourself. Don't be trying to compare yourself to other people because you really don't know what's going on in their lives. So, what about, are you afraid? Is it just fear that's keeping you from doing what you need to do, that just has you just sitting there at the green light? Are you afraid? God has not given us the spirit of fear. So, even if you are afraid, like Joyce Meyer used to say, just do it afraid. If your knees buckling, just go on out there and do it. God ain't gonna let you fall. And if you feel like you're slipping, he gonna catch you. And you got your angels right there, just right there waiting to help you. So, you don't have to be afraid. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't feel like you're inadequate because God has asked you to do it. He's equipped you with what you need. You're built for it. You can do whatever it is He has called you to do. So I just want you to kind of think about, and there's plenty other reasons too, but those are the ones that I was just highlighting. And you just think about it. I'm sure you got a whole long list of reasons. Why are you rationalizing why you haven't done what He's asked you to do? Why are you still sitting still at the green light? Because sometimes when God has asked us to do something, it might not be the season yet. And we may be at the yellow light or the red light because it's just not time to implement what He's asked you to do. But you got the green light. It's 2024. Come on now. It's 2024. We got a new year, a fresh start, and we not just gonna keep sitting there blocking traffic, sitting there at the green light. Come on, y'all. Let's do this thing. So what I want to do is just leave you with this poem by Mary Ann Williamson. And it's really good. I want you to just kind of listen to these words and see how you can apply it to what you're going through right now. Okay, let's see. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Now, that's just a word right there. Because it causes us to think about why are we playing small or walking in fear? God is within us all, and He wants that light to shine. So, y'all gonna join me, and we're gonna let our light shine in 2024? All right, let's do this. Okay, let's end like we normally do. I am one and only one. I can't do all things, but I can do some things. That I can do, I ought to do. And by the grace of God, I will do. Go out and have yourselves an amazingly awesome week. And I will see you right back here next Sunday.